Hello everyone, this is Kathy DeZottis, and this is my video for my MAIT Capstone project. My project was about working with gardeners who are new to community and now actually backyard gardening, trying to find a way to provide them and also more experienced gardeners with information they need to be successful. Community gardens, and now, primarily because of the coronavirus pandemic, backyard gardens have been growing in popularity. Gardening gets you outside. It lets you interact with nature quite a bit. Gardens add beauty, and working in your garden is therapeutic and relaxing. And you can grow your own food. Fresh tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and so many other types of vegetables. But as enjoyable as gardening can be, it takes some knowledge and a lot of hard work to be successful. New gardeners often need help making their garden succeed. They usually work very hard, especially in the beginning, turning the soil over and planting crops. But gardens need to be tended. They need to be watered, weeds need to be controlled, and insects and animals need to be controlled. Or if you leave things even for a short while, you can return to a mess with some plants dying, weeds everywhere, and the insects and animals feasting on your hard work. If a new gardener wants to succeed, they will need some help, and they may also need to talk with some people who are a little more experienced in gardening. So this is garden rules, and if you lease a plot in a community garden, you'll need to follow some rules. You can read the sign right there, but you have to keep your plot neat and clean. You can't use certain chemicals. You cannot waste water. And you may not grow certain crops. Usually they don't allow you to grow tobacco, corn, or even sunflowers because they could shade someone else's garden. This slide is called Create a Regionally Specific Website. So I wanted to create a website for gardeners so that they would be able to find information about what they need specifically about local information, what they need to know about growing a garden in Zone 7A of New Jersey, not in the middle of California or the middle of the Midwest. So the map shown is broken into zones. You can tell by all the various colors. Here in South Jersey, I happen to live in Zone 7A. So if I need information about something, if I look it up and try to find it, I have to make sure that information is specific to Zone 7A. And as the season continues, the idea of the local website is that gardeners will be able to check for information about what is happening specifically in our region at that time, in real time. Okay, my objectives. My objectives for my project are all the things that will help make gardeners and gardens more successful and allow the gardeners to have more fun. And get better results. So some of the things, if we can increase the crop yields over previous year, I thought that would be a good thing. That if you have gardeners who don't become frustrated, new gardeners who don't become frustrated and who will come back the following year and continue to garden, I thought that was also a good thing. Not abandon their plots and walk away. I'd like gardeners to be able to reduce the amount of weeds in their garden, not have weeds all driving them crazy and having to dig out and go, pull all the weeds. I'd like them to be able to find the resources they need to garden from the website, and I'd like them to be able to find answers to overcome their gardening problems. My first research question is, will providing a regionally specific website generate positive interest for gardeners, requiring immediate answers to particularly local gardening problems? The next question is, will having a regionally specific website geared toward novice gardeners and the problems they face encourage retention in the community garden? And finally, will instruction in gardening techniques made available for the novice gardening on the website provide assistance that will enable them to retain their garden for the following years, increasing the retention rate? methods. So I used two separate methods, two main methods to determine what gardeners felt they needed, what they liked. So the first was a two-part survey that I sent out to other community gardeners about their gardening experience. I also sent out a survey to the master gardeners at the Rutgers Agricultural Center. And then I did the second type of method is an interview. So I interviewed Timothy Wilmot, who is from the Burlington County Farmland Preservation Program. And so some of the quotes here are from those interviews and surveys. So why is gardening important to people, to the country? It's got visual beauty, it's soul satisfying, abundance of food is physically and mentally satisfying, and the hard work that goes into creating both satisfies the mind, the body, and the spirit. And then people need to understand the source of food. It's valuable to the country to support the farmers, nurserymen, and garden centers. And then another quote down the bottom is, "It is relaxing digging in the garden. Satisfaction comes from tending plants and watching them grow. I enjoy finding specifics about plants in general, zones they grow well in, areas where they do best, sun versus shade." Results and conclusions. So the initial gardener survey, people stated that they wanted to find more localized information, that they need to know when to plant different vegetables. Can they plant some together? Is it going to be a problem if they start them later on? What kind of issues would happen? They want to know where to find heirloom and other vegetable plants locally. And there's a website tab that allows gardeners to ask and answer questions, which is one of the other things they talked about, which was to get answers to questions that they had in season. And hopefully the novice garden should find the website helpful, especially the videos, which are kind of step by step. And I expect that they will be successful this season and keep their gardens for the next year. The website itself was designed to provide easy access to local information, help make gardening more enjoyable. The coronavirus had an impact on my project. So a couple of the resources that I would normally expect to use were no longer available. One supplier retired, another one canceled the event where they sell heirloom plants, vegetables, and so forth due to the coronavirus and not wanting to socially, gather all kinds of people in one spot. And this is an ongoing project. The website is one of these things where you're going to always need to revise and improve the information and tailor the website to what people are asking about, what they need, what they see. And hopefully we have a lot of interactions with the new gardeners once this gets going. And this is my website. You can't see everything, but there's the URL, and you can more than likely download it and take a look. And I wish you all success in your MAIT program.